keep you satisfied. Now, listen, this is just a quick broadcast because I've got things to do. Be very busy today. You know, I've been messing around with doors and things. That's another story. But listen, there's very exciting news. I've been meaning to keep out of it this week because I just, you know, you think to yourself, one Paul McCartney gig, next day another Paul McCartney gig. And, you know, I'm getting nothing but bad news about all this McCartney shit. All I'm getting is there's big problems with people parking. There's big problems with people being allowed into town. There's big problems with people getting moved from one place to the next fucking place. There's total confusion. And I saw on It's a Beautiful Eggs the other day. I haven't heard, she hasn't done her assessment yet. I'm expecting it'll be very drippy. But I saw her entire family eating kale. Yeah, that's what you get. You get no burgers, no hot dogs, no sweet potato fries, no pizza. Hey, what is the fucking point of going to see a wrinkly cock like that and not even get a bit of chow to go with it? It's probably going to be a like non-alcoholic lager there as well. Oh, well, apparently not, because apparently Kenny Loggins had a drunk man sitting next to him. Kenny Loggins was furious about the whole thing. He was furious. Now, I haven't got time to fuck around showing you this video, but I can tell you the things we said today have been entertaining me like no one's business in the last few weeks. I mean, I have discovered William Hurt. And I'm not going to be nasty about William Hurt because, yeah, he's an enabler, I think, which is a bad thing. But it's not his fault. But he's part of the fun. But Kenny Michaels, and you think no one could get worse than Kenny Michaels? Well, let me introduce you to Danny DeVito. The man is a complete wanker. I mean, you know, it is awful. And also, I was thinking of we could start a new show this week. It's called Mr. Mayo's Weekly Weigh-In, and we're going to find out how much money he's getting off people, gullible people, watching his show while he's begging, and we're going to work out exactly what he spent with that money, because he'll make an excuse to buy pizza with it, because he'll say, oh, well, you know, I was just going to buy a salad, but now I've got another $20. I might as well add a bit of fucking meat to that, and cheese and French fries and chili and lots of ice cream. You know what I mean? So we know your tricks, Mr. Mayo. Don't fucking try that one. And anyway, what's the point in listening to your crummy old fab gab when we've got fucking things we said today to listen to? And I'll tell you another good thing. This was like a double A-sided edition, because not only did we have this horrific anger about the Ringo concert coming from Kenny Michaels, but we also had the horrific anger of Kenny Michaels coming from the Paul McCartney gig. Very angry, was very angry. And listen, I haven't got time to fuck around with you lot, so what I'm just going to do is tell you, check out number 368 on Things We Said Today, and you can hear the entirety. And believe you me, get yourself a Bacardi and Coke, me fanwy, and sit yourself down, even you, John Heaton, sit yourself down and enjoy the show, because it is the babblings of three madmen. It is so funny. It is so funny. It's not boring like fucking Things We Said Today, because do you know what? It's about an hour and 50 minutes, this show that they've done. And over half of it is Kenny Michaels complaining about the Paul McCartney and Ringo gigs. And have we ever heard the name Edgar Winter before? Well, you have now. But then we'd never heard of Bobby Whitlock before last year and fucking John Heaton, had we? But now we have. So let's get on with Edgar Winter. Edgar Winter wasn't facing the audience. It looked like there was something terribly wrong. Ringo didn't say anything, but he had an empty organ the next day. Maybe Maureen Cox's ghost had cleaned his pipes for him. Hey, Matthew Street. Now listen, is there anybody out there that I know? Perhaps Mr. Mayo, perhaps you might want to talk to me about, because you can stop this way in, because you can be honest about it. Now's your chance, because nobody's interested in your Beatles stuff anymore. I saw your live stream the other day, and everybody was asking you what you're eating today. You know, they're worried about you. They know. They've heard. They've heard that you're losing all these miles. And you're angry because you don't want people to know that. Because, you know, when you live in a lie, you live in a lie. That's the problem. And you think, yeah, I'm all right. I'm still healthy. I could still go around and I can bang the wardrobe 60 times a day, and I can run down to that record shop and back. Well, listen, mate, you haven't though, have you? You said you was walking down the record shop. You've been driving down there, and you haven't even been driving down there. You've been driving down with some bloke who's eating fucking fried breakfast every morning. Yeah. Oh, can I have some of that American bacon on that with those poached eggs, huh? No, you don't get fucking American bacon anymore, sunshine. You get fucking zero bacon. You get zero sausages, and you get zero. Well, you get you. The only choice you've got, Mr. Mayo. I'm sorry, this is all you've got on the menu tonight. Cruel, aren't I? Is muesli without sugar. How about that? And oatmeal milk. I'm just trying to keep you alive. You can call me your tormentor. He called me a bully. He says, "Oh, that guy's a bully." Yeah, he said that guy's a bully and a drunkard. Ah, what an insult. Yeah, he's right about the drunkard, but you know, am I a bully? Have I been that cruel to everybody? Haven't I just made you want to get up off your ass and try something different? You know, because you know, I've said to him already. Listen, we know that Fab Gab died a death, and there's nothing you can do about it. OMG, there's a bird, and she's all like done up like Pamela Anderson. Oh God, yeah. Ooh, I like it when the girls come out of the gym. You know what I mean? The thing is, they're always after the muscle men and all that. And you know, I'm not 23 anymore. I can't. You know, get that sort of girl, but you know, I can still fucking look at them coming out of the gym, can't I? That's the nice thing about this station, is that there's loads of girls. There's girls on the military base. There's girls working for the Girl Civil Servant Organisation, and there's girls working in the shops. And you know what? It's all girls, girls, girls. Not that I'm sitting here for that reason. I'm sitting here just to have a drink, you know, and tell you lot that we have got to have a bit of a reckoning about this. So look forward to Mr. Mayo's weekly weigh-in, because Mr. Mayo, you owe it to your fans to keep fit, and this could be what could really make you famous. You could say, yes, I understand. I will give up pizza. I will give up cheeseburgers. I will give up honey dip chicken. Do you know what I mean? And I will stick with salads with no dressing for the rest of my life. And do you know what? God will look upon you and say, do you know what? If only that man had a dog, he could be a good person. So let's see what happens there. Let's see what happens. Anyway, listen, I need to make a secret announcement out there to somebody out there in the vinyl nerd community. That, listen, I need to talk to you, because the problem is, we had a bit of I was going to ask you about a certain album, but now I realise that you're a sycophant of the album. It's destroyed the mystery for me. And it just makes me think it'll end in an argument. I'm quite happy to talk like a civilized human being about it, but if you think, oh, I'm gonna just get my sulky pants on, then don't do it. However, I was quite interested in the thought of perhaps talking about Back to the Egg, because Back to the Egg is I know a lot of you people, probably you, I haven't looked, but probably you. But listen, I'll tell you something about this album. I'll give it a chance. So you'll get a more balanced opinion off of me, and you could even watch my previous video about it, and not that much has changed with Back to the Egg. I mean, musically, I don't find it an offensive album. I just find it, when you found out exactly what he was trying to achieve on that album, it comes across as a bit pathetic. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, listen, I got the music in me. I got the music in me. I got the music in me. Yeah. So, Vinyl Dale, we've got questions coming up all of a sudden. Listen, I'm not concerned about that because I accepted that was going to happen. That's not a problem. But it's her getting up to 1,000. Now, you know, because I've been on 400 subscribers for about a year. You know, I'm not trying my best to win over the people, but at the same time, it's pretty slow going. Sorry about all this. Vinyl Dale, where is my fucking stuff, eh? I was relying on you because you're my last hope. Fit to be tied. I thank God you turn up. I wanted to speak to you because I wanted to get in touch with you, but I thought you might be sick. So I thought, no, I'm not going to get in touch with him. I'm going to leave him, but I need to tell you about this because it's so funny. Now you want an evening's entertainment. You've got yourself Things We Said Today, number 368. Now, these people are like the Three Stooges. Honestly, I mean, not that I like the Three Stooges, but they are so funny. I mean, you know what? I've heard about opinions that suck. I mean, but honestly, this is really taking the piss. These people are completely insane. They are insane. Yeah, well, listen, no, Fit to be tied. I've got to tell you something in defense of this album. It was one of what I would call the Sussex trilogy. Now, I like to think upon London Town as a Sussex album. I know it was Montserrat as well, but I like to think of it as a Sussex album. Then, Back to the Egg, I like to think of that as a Sussex album. And also McCartney too. These were all Sussex albums, and I could relate to Paul McCartney's Head at the time. So these made a big difference for me. You know, I'm not like fucking Kenny Michaels and fucking Honey Monster saying, oh, if only we had room for Helen Wheels. Oh, but anyway, I didn't say what this thing, right? It's supposed to be about yes, I know, all give a collective yawn, the Green Album. Fuck off. Anyway, so I was not even going to watch it, but then I thought, oh no, because maybe Kenny Loggins has done his news rounds, you know, his news report, see if he's talked about the latest deaths, see if I can get a giggle out of that. Anyway, it all started off like, it looked like it was just going to get straight into the show, but it didn't. It did, and you know what? It got worse because Kenny Michaels was saying about Ringo, and then Danny DeVito was saying about Ringo, and that everyone had a really bad time there. What do you expect, though? Fucking Ringo Starr. He's about 86. Christ's sake, you pay money to go and see that. Did you see Mr. Mayo and his boyfriend showing up? Oh, my God. You see, Mr. Mayo, you can't even get your missus to turn up with you. You can't even get her to show up to the show with you. and listen, this was what else I was going to say about Mr. Mayo's weekly weigh-in, and we're going to do it for him. So you've got a choice, Mr. Mayo. You do it because that's all people are interested in at the moment. Will he survive till 2023? And you know, you can call me a bully, you can call me a drunkard, but you just don't want to hear the truth. That is all there is to it. You do not want to hear the truth. or do you think that was a little bit cruel? But like I said, as Nick Lowe and Rock Paul said, you've got to be cruel to be kind. It's a very good sign. Hey, cruel to be kind. No, I don't love you. I don't love you, and I think you're greedy. I think you know what? You come across like Caitlin begging. You do, like, oh God, how could you stoop to this level? Didn't your grandparents turn up with a bow tie and a wing neck collar and your great grand with a rough neck? A rough is like a Tudor neck gear. It's not rough, It's a rough. All right, and buttoned up corsets and everything, and then they see you on TV. Imagine if it was your great granddad was like Ebenezer Scrooge, and he had to go and say, "Oh, this is my great grandson. Oh, I hope he made America proud." No, he's begging on TV. He's begging on TV. He's been fraudulently making out he's a Beatle expert. And anyway, listen, TJR. Did you see TJR's latest video? What's the matter with him? What was the matter with him? Honestly, go and check out TJR's. So you've got two things to check out. It's the Night Scent Tape, TJR's latest video. Can't exactly remember what it was about, but I had my mouth wide open catching flies, and probably Mr. Mayo's latest stuff. But he takes it all down, doesn't he? He don't want to be like his words to be hanging about. Pitiful. yeah, and I'll tell you something. You know how he's trying to take it out on you at the moment. He keeps mentioning the Rolling Stones, saying, "No, I ain't got time for the Rolling Stones. They're crap." Yeah, but he won't attack Bobby Whitlock though, because he don't want to upset John Heaton. Yeah. Well, yeah, Superfan is sick, but like I said, you know what? TJR is on a bigger level than all of us. You got to admit that. I mean, the people are watching him in their millions. I mean, can we command that kind of hippie respect that he gets? And he's a musician. I mean, I've actually done a bit of listening to TJR, and he might be a fucking mad ex-heroin addict hippie, but and probably a paedophile to boot. But you know what? I mean, he did take apart Stairway to Heaven and Sergeant Pepper, so give him that. He's worked a lot harder than a lot of people around here. Bobby Whitlock's come back into the, and this is another thing. Listen, person out there in the vinyl nerd community, I need to talk to you about these things. Also, I want to pick your brains about Bobby Whitlock. So please get in touch with me via email at invisibleray76@gmail.com, because we've got to have a chat. You know, you can trust me now. We've smoked a powwow, because what he thought, do you know what he thought? I was just going to take piss out of him. And I says, no. I said, you don't understand. You don't understand. You know, I think there's a conversation to be had with this person. There's people out there you just dismiss as idiots. I could never get on Kenny Michael's show. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's ridiculous what these people are talking about. But like I said, with this man, there is hope. There is hope. And maybe we can mend some things. I don't mean between me and those idiotic Americans, but I mean, oh, guess what? I've also got news about the next Beatle Fest. Woo! Bloody hell. Scandal. And there's another bit of scandal as well about Pete Best. Yeah, why isn't he at the Beatle Fest? More to come later on. I told you, I've got fucking scandal for you. Like, don't you worry. Yeah, anything that Kenny Michael says, I will pull it apart. That cunt ain't no St. Francis. Anyway, look, I'm not going to listen. Watch the show number 368. I'll be back later. All right, goodbye.